What is MBTI? What is Jungian Analytical Psychology? What is the OPS criteria? And finally, what is the NJT? Welcome guys, we'll be answering all your questions in this video about MBTI and other sister theories in this video. So, what is MBTI? Well, it itself is not a theory. It is just a test based on certain theories by Jung which were put into a test to classify people into 16 archetypes. It is a widely used and misunderstood test. It basically classifies people into 4 dichotomies or 4 letters. Let us represent these 4 by varying letters X, X, X and X. First letter can be E or I, standing for extrovert, which means people who mostly get energy through the outside world. And I, standing for introvert, which means people who mostly get energy from the inner world. Then second letter can be S or N, standing for sensing, which means people who prefer to take in data as the sensory data through eyes, nose, ears, touch and taste. N stands for intuition, which means people who take in data as patterns and imagination beyond the sensory. Then the third letter is T or F. T stands for thinking, meaning people who prefer to take decisions based on rational and logic. And F standing for feeling, meaning people who prefer to make decisions based on emotions and collective feeling. Last but not the least is the fourth letter, J or P, standing for judging or perceiving. This is the most misunderstood letter. Some people say J means organized and P means disorganized, but I differ. J means people who make decisions first as a psychological process on something starts. They use all the data before and then make the judgment call and then deal with the judgment decisions output. P means people who make decisions later. People who like to take new information first and then make the call. Now this might be confusing for you. So let's take an example. Let's suppose you do the test. You get an ENTP. It means you mostly get energy from the outside of your brain activities. You prefer intuition or patterns or imagination while gathering data. And you prefer thinking as a decision making process. And you like to take in all the new data before making a decision. Simple enough, right? Well, you have stood so much of exposition. Take a rest. Pause the video. Think about other people's types. Yes, go ahead and pause it. Now that you have taken your time, I have to say this. This all was just a beginning. Why we get an E, a N, a T, a P based on the functioning of our brain, we'll explore that soon enough. Not in this video though. It will be too much for you. Now, along with this theory, Jung announced various other theories such as collective unconscious and ESP, which is largely referred as trash by many people. These collective theories together are called as Jungian Analytical Psychology, which is not our point of study. The subset of this theory is adopted by YouTuber known as CS Joseph, who uses this to type people, explain the types, and other characteristics such as their communication style. I personally find it too much into the theories such as air, fire, water, etc., which is not at all rational and not connected to mind and immediate science. That's why I largely disregard this theory. Then there comes the overly objective ops, run by these guys, Dave and Chan Powers. But they go too much into animals and other things, like animalistic tendencies and such. No, I would like the plain version of MBTI please. Plain vanilla. No, not the blueberry with a dash of lime and half cup of ice cream and a splash of cocoa. So you guys out there who are interested into plain vanilla MBTI, I have revised and updated and classified the rational MBTI arguments and theories into one theory, and I have done a lot of analysis on it, tested it around the world, and came to my own conclusions. And I am presenting you it as NJT, called as New Jungian Theory, or you can call it Neon Jungian Theory if you want to. We will explore it in the following videos uploaded daily currently. Wow, look at you. You guys stood until the end. Congratulate yourself now. Give yourself a pat on the back and let's get on with it. Thank you.